before I could start our interview, I would like to thank you for yesterday's session. It was really wonderful, and thank you for joining me today as well.
No problems. You're welcome. And thank you for having me. And thank you for organizing such a wonderful Konnichiwa Pune. And everyone, namaste and konnichiwa. Those who are watching, viewers, namaste and konnichiwa. I hope you're having a good Sunday, and definitely a lot of programs are going on. I'm sure you all are enjoying.
I hope. Uh, okay, so Nupur, my first question, I think everyone knows you, so there's no need of, telling more about you. Everyone knows through your channel, through your virtual event, the Nupur Tewari show. So I would like to know what women empowerment means to you. My first question.
Okay, so women empowerment is totally state of mind. Nobody can empower you if you don't want to be. And there is nothing called women empowerment. This is whole human race empowerment. Because when you have, if men are not empowered, then a woman cannot be empowered. So it is totally society, society's upliftment. We have to just if you are not raised well by good parents, you cannot be empowered. If you are there, you're discriminated at home, and between two children, and since you are a girl, or a lot of other things are, facilities and things are given to you, the boy child, then that boy child is not empowered, because he is thinking that he's superior to the girl child. So women empowerment, which is actually the people talking about, the subject is very much on the air. People everywhere, people are talking about women empowerment, but I don't believe in women empowerment. I believe in total the human empowerment. And this is totally the state of mind, I would say, because as I said that I'm a follower of Swami Vivekananda, and Swami Vivekananda said that if one society, if women are lower than men in the society, the society cannot be developed. So we have to be equal, we have to be totally equal. And definitely, since we are not given that much opportunities which actually the women should have had. So I think we should given the more opportunities these days, the government side and from the families, from everywhere, since we also believe that we can't, so the women itself, we ourselves, we believe that we can't, and we are weaker, and we just, things are not built for us, and we don't believe we deserve, actually. So things start from there. So as I said, it's a state of mind. If you believe you can, if you believe it is yours, then it is yours. If you believe that it is going to happen, then it is going to happen. It's totally state of mind. And it starts from the family. So it is totally the, it's our whole empowerment. It is not only women empowerment. It is, people really don't understand the meaning of empowerment. Empowerment is total, the first thing of empowerment is believing in yourself. Doesn't matter you're a man or you're a woman. Believing in yourself, believing the thing you are doing, and that is the first thing. The empowerment starts from there. And definitely, men, since even I was told, even here in Tokyo, that if you say at the same stage, we are not going to be there. So I'm not talking about Japanese, but my fellow Indians, actually men. So they're not raised well, I would say. They are not empowered. It's not that I'm not empowered. I'm empowered. They're not empowered. So who needs empowerment here? Those men, they need empowerment here. They need empowerment. They have to believe that we should be treated equally. So they're scared of strong women. They're scared of strong women. So they're not empowered. They don't believe in themselves. They're scared. So here the empowerment, totally the both gender we need. And it has to, as I said, it's a state of mind. It is totally, you have to believe in yourself. It starts from there. And it's just, since it is a vast subject, I think 30 minutes is not enough to enough to discuss it is. And I would like to request all the parents who are raising their children, treat your both children equally. And it's not the men and women, we are not same. We are not that equal. We are built, we are born differently. The amount of love a woman has, the amount of empathy, the amount of compassionate feeling we have, a woman has, a man cannot have. A man cannot give birth, right? A man can be, can take maybe 100 kilos. I cannot. It's not that if I try, if I go to gym, if I just build, have those, I can. I'm not saying, but we are not built that way, everyone. So it's the empowerment process is totally, we have to understand many things. We have to understand men and women with like two beautiful flowers. We are here to just complete each other. We are not here to compete with each other. We just coexistence. It matters, coexistence. But we just, it is totally, the subject is very very ugly these days. Some people, they're just taking advantage of women empowerment. There's only that word, that or that sentence, and some people even don't understand what is women empowerment is. And that's why I started with the empowerment should be total, at large, the society's empowerment. And it should start from there, because men are not empowered. The empowerment doesn't mean that you are earning, you got a job and you are earning well, that's why you are empowered. No, that is financial empowerment. You are not, maybe you are not emotionally empowered, maybe you don't believe in yourself, maybe you don't have that much confidence.
Yeah,
So
sure. So it means, obviously, it's like, what I can say is, basic human rights, which needs to be there for both the genders, like men or the women.
it is not right, it is the state of mind, I would say, empowerment totally. So yeah, maybe some other day we can discuss about it. It is a really vast subject. So
Sure.
yeah.
So, okay, coming from a society of India, like India, so do you really think that things have changed, and still there's a lot of things needs to be changed?
Actually, there are a lot of things to be changed, definitely. I left India at 2003, so there are a lot of, like, almost it's going to be 19 years. So I'm away from my country, like almost 19 years. It is going to be. There are a lot of, a lot of changes, that I can see that the women could not think about at my time. The women, today's girls are doing a lot of things. So but still there are a lot of things they need change, especially the equality. As I said, we cannot be equal, but still we have to be like, on some matter, on some things we have to be equal. There are still women, actually, they think that they're weaker, and men, definitely, since some men, they're not empowered, and they like to dominate women. So here, yeah, I'd say there are a lot of, actually, it should start from education, and it should start from home. Our education system should be that it should be like teaching both gender that you are same right and same thing, like the way I said, I started the women empowerment that way. And definitely it starts from your home. So parents, they have to change the way they look at their girls and look at their boys. I think it starts from mother. So women, actually, a mother is a woman, so I think the mother has to play big role when she's raising her children. So she needs to treat her children equally, definitely. And women are the biggest enemy of women. So that has to be changed in our society. So always women
Sure.
are trying to pull other women really down. So that really should be changed. Yeah, we need to work on that really
Yeah,
seriously.
seriously, we need to work on that. So, Nupur, if I talk about you, you belong to a very small town in India from West Bengal, I guess. How difficult it was for you coming from a small town, then reaching to some place which is very, well known? Or how difficult it was for you to start from there? How difficult it was for you to write to education, and you know how things got changed for you? How you changed your
No,
situation
I
there?
was very lucky because I was born in a very good family, very traditional family. Actually, my parents actually, I'm from very traditional family. Like we used to read Gita, Vedas, Upanishad, and everything. Chanting mantras. We have our Kul Devta, so 3 times we do puja. So everything, and I feel like really blessed. I cannot ask for any other family. I really would love to be again and again with the same parents. So yeah, that way I'm very blessed, and I was treated equally in my family. I have my brother, but by my parents I was treated equally. Rather, I would say they pampered me more. And yes, so this is that those way I'm very lucky. And that is the reason maybe I had the courage to leave home. But again, yeah, a lot of things I did not have. I'm from a very small village, and I did not have good school. I did not have, um, the connection with the rest of the world. And there are, my community, I'd say, like my place, the girls used to get married when they are like totally very 16, 17, or before that. But as I said, I really am blessed to be in, I was born in a really wonderful family. So my parents never thought like getting me, getting rid of me at that age. Definitely, they always had a bigger plan for me, but I don't know what plan they had, but I had my plan for myself. So yeah, so it's a like education always was priority in my house, definitely. But it was not, as I said, facility was not there. No facilities. We didn't have, and only one government school we had, and it was very far, like almost 4 kilometers from our house, and it was Bengali medium. So I had my education in Bengali medium. So starting from there, then the things change means, I mean, like my family, nobody ever walked outside of my house. So either they started their business, or we're quite well off family, so a lot of things we had. So I would say, yeah, breaking all the norms, breaking everything, and going against the relatives and everyone, and leaving home. That was really big step. Long time ago, I would say 19 years ago. It was really big, and nobody had that courage going from my, I would say, I don't think anybody would have had that courage. But I had to leave my home. I had to just explore the world. That was my plan for myself. So I never thought anything. And my mother was always supportive. My father was always supportive. But my father, his territory was that on a small town and village. So he never had that much access to the other part of the world, I would say, even to Kolkata also. So that way I felt for him, really, as a father. Maybe he felt a little bit insecure, just letting, without, I didn't know anyone. Neither my parents knew anyone in Kolkata or any other part of India. So that way, a little bit insecurity, letting a girl, very 20-year-old girl, letting go. So that was very big step for me, without thinking anything. But yeah, so as I said, I had my plan for myself, and universe had planned for me. And my mother was there. My mother always wanted me to be an independent woman, and my father, blessing, he always felt proud of me. He's always, he was always happy for me. So those matter, actually. My parents, they mattered. They're my world. They were my world. So I feel, and as I said, like I had my plan for myself. So I just left home. And yes, difficulties, a lot of difficulties I faced. A lot of difficulties I faced. Like if I say, like, I can just write a book, a few books, I would say. But no complaints. I'm fine. I'm still facing a lot of difficulties, but I'm fine. everybody has plan for their own lives. I have my plan. Universe has plan for myself, for me. I would say. So yeah, no complaint. I'm happy.
So if I talk about your journey, how different your life in India than in Japan, or if I talk about women in general, how it's different from India to Japan, life of women in India and Japan.
In Japan, it is totally different actually. Actually, when I came to Japan, it was 2003. I was quite disappointed seeing the Japanese women because they never had. I did not see that ambition in Japanese women. They were very happy. I was today after 18 years, I would not judge them. Actually, I would say. It's fine to be happy. It's fine to not to be ambitious. It's totally fine. But that time I was very young. I was very different. I had a lot of ambition in my life, but I would say that the Japanese women very less ambitious, and they are quite particular about things that they have to get married, they have to have 3 children. If it is 3 children, then after 1.5 year they have to get pregnant again. So they're particular about few plans. And at that time I felt like 2003, I was very disappointed with the society, Japanese society, that oh my god, they don't have women CEOs, they don't have women managers, they're just only secretary job they are doing, they're just receptionist or assistant or all those things. So yes, Japanese women are very different from Indian women. But today, after 18 years, I feel like everybody has their own right to have their own plans. So I feel that Japanese women are very different from Indian women, but that is their lives, and they have right to have their own plans for their lives. And even after 18 years also, I feel they're less ambitious, and it's totally fine. Today I feel like it's totally fine, and they're quite happy. Japanese women are quite happier than Indian women, I would say, because they know quite that this is the thing. And the society matters also. Indian women, they need to face a lot of difficulties. They know the lot of our economy is different, our society is different, our criticism is different, our rules are different. And so that's why I think Indian women still, more ambitious. That is a good part, but they're actually, as I said, that they need to be more united. Indian women, I think there are a lot of more leg pulling things are in India. So I think anywhere in the world, but India is very visible actually. So yeah, the two countries, women are very different, but both are beautiful. Women are, I admire women actually. Women are so beautiful, so beautiful. Anything they do it beautifully. And Japanese women actually, they're more productive in a way, I would say, like anything, they're more artistic. Anything they do, they just make it really beautiful. But back home, in our we see things differently. Here people see things differently. Mm, there's- but no, I'd like to conclude saying that women are beautiful anywhere they are. Yeah, they're really amazing. They're amazing creation of this universe. So yeah, they're differently beautiful
So
and
moving to
unique.
yes, sure. So moving to my next question, I'm actually running short of time, but I would like to know that you recently covered Tokyo Olympics for one of the channel, I think Republic Bharat. How was your experience with that?
It was not Republic Bharat, it was the whole Republic group.
Okay, sorry, for
Yeah,
Republic Bharat.
it's fine. It's fine. Oh, it was a great experience actually. Yeah, I'm writing a book on that, my Olympic experience. So I'm like halfway.
Oh
My
wow,
book would be
congratulations for that.
Thank you, thank you. So it was a fantastic experience, because I'm not a sports person, but all of a sudden I had to just uh, I had to cover Olympic, and I had to address and chasing all the champions. And yeah, it was a really great experience, because most of our Indian athletes, they could not win, and that disappointment. And I needed the interview, because I was kind of like determined that people really go for the champions, like who are winning. People really don't take the interview of those who are not winning. But I made sure that I'll be taking all those people's interview who are not winning, because that was their feeling I needed to know. So I had to do a little bit healing there. They are not ready to give interview. They're really down with their emotions. So I had to call, I had to just make them feel better. I had to talk to them, I had to do counseling. Then after that, when they agreed, then I took their interview. So it was a long process. The counseling process was very, very different than other reporter, I would say. This reporter just, they're very bluntly, they just take interviews. It was, my process was totally different. I did counseling, I talked to them, minutes, sometimes, really long minutes. So like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Then after that, we decided to take interviews. So yeah, it was really wonderful, talking to all the athletes and their coaches, making calls. And those who won, like, it was really difficult to chase them for interview, because everyone wanted their interviews. But yeah, it was really interesting.
My
Yeah.
last question to you, Nupur, that you in your virtual this YouTube channel, the Nupur Tewari show, you talk a lot on any of the topic. Means you have covered a lot of topics which can be on women, which can be on politics. And recently, I'm witnessing that you are also participating in debates for different channels. So, in near future, I can see Nupur Tiwari as a full-time journalist.
I don't know yet, but yeah, maybe. Or I have a lot of plans between India and Japan. So, yes, maybe you can see full-time journalist. So, actually, I haven't planned my life that way ever, but it's like someone else had planned for me. I just followed that. If someone else is having, the universe is having planned for me that plan, then definitely, okay, I'll follow that. So
we, we
yes,
would
maybe you might.
we would love to see you as a journalist as well, Nupur. And I would like to have you once again for my fireside chat uh, sometime later, because still I have a lot of questions for you to be asked from you. And thank you for joining me for fireside chat with Shefali for Konnichiwa Pune 2021. It was pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much, Sefali. Thank you so much for having me, and everyone. Thank you so much for listening to me. And you have a lovely evening wherever you are. Thank you. And
Thank
namaste,
you.
arigatou gozaimasu.